Declan Rice deal is at its final stages. We've known this. We've known this for a while. Arsenal have made it clear that he's one of their number one priorities. Declan Rice has made it clear that moving to Arsenal is one of his number one priorities. He probably will not move to any other club. But there's a little bit more to this that meets the eye. In a very un-West Ham fashion, David Sullivan is playing hardball. He is adamant that even though the fee of 100 million plus 5 million on add-on, so about 105 million, has been agreed, which is the fee that we've held out for. Obviously, Arsenal lowballed us with a couple of offers. We rejected them. City lowballed us with an offer. We rejected that. Even though that has been agreed, the terms of payment has been rejected. And Sullivan is adamant that unless Arsenal are willing to pay 6 months up front, if it's all paid in 6 months, he will not accept this Declan Rice deal. I mean, I doubt this deal is going to collapse. It doesn't seem as though it's going to be something that Arsenal are going to be so headstrong on that they're going to reject it. And at the same time, as much as Sullivan claims that he wouldn't accept instalments less than that, I highly doubt he's going to let this deal collapse over that. You know, I'm sure there'll be a middle way that the two clubs can find. But it has been reported that unless this deal is concluded within 72 hours, today as recording, it is Monday afternoon. So, you know, unless it is basically concluded by Wednesday, apparently Sullivan is willing to walk away from the deal. Now, I know a lot of West Ham fans are actually going to be encouraged by this. I actually spoke to my co-host Mark Carlaw before doing this video, and he said he actually hopes the deal will collapse. There are rumours that if the deal did collapse, that perhaps Declan Rice would stay in London, or more so West Ham, for the foreseeable future. However, I've been adamant across this window that this is not a deal that we want to collapse. You know, don't get me wrong, I would much rather Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, any other club really would come in for Declan Rice. I know ex-WH employee will tell you that the amount of stick that we've gotten on Twitter, him especially from Arsenal fans, and none of it's been false either. That's the funny thing. Literally none of it's been false. You know, unless he tells Arsenal fans what they want to hear. Oh, Declan Rice has agreed a deal for £20 million, and he's going to play for £1 a week. And unless that has been reported by X, they just seem to be slamming him. And he's got everything spot on throughout the window. He said that the deal's not concluded yet, and Arsenal fans said, well, it has, blah, blah, blah. He's going to London. So, you know, the Arsenal fan base have proved once again how annoying and probably arrogant they can be throughout this debacle. So, don't get me wrong, I do not want Declan Rice to go to Arsenal. I really don't. I don't think he'll succeed there. It's a good project for him. You know, I think he's actually being very. A lot of people have said that it's testament to his character that he said he wants to win trophies. He's going to Arsenal. I actually think it's the opposite. It's a good show of his character that he doesn't want to just walk into that City lineup, win a few trophies and leave. He wants to build something at another club. And Arsenal are an exciting project, as annoying as their fan base are. So don't get me wrong, I don't want him to go to Arsenal. If I could choose another club, I would. But I also don't want to see him leave in the summer for free and go to Arsenal probably. You know, there's no point in the deal falling through now. You know, £105 million in our pocket now, or Declan Rice for a year when, you know, I really don't think that he would be at the club. If he had to stay at the club for an extra year, I doubt you're going to see a Declan Rice that is going to be unmotivated, that is not going to give his all for the football club. I know he will. But if you know he's going to leave, then it won't be the same Declan Rice. You know, it would honestly be like, you know, being in a relationship and your partner says, oh, to be honest, I probably want to be single in a year. And you say, oh, okay, well, you know, we can either break up now or, you know, we could break up in a year. It's like, well, save yourself the year. You might as well just break up now. And the added bonus of the £105 million, which we can use to strengthen our squad, to bring in a new CDM. I think Mark's doing a video very soon about who our Rice replacement should be, with new developments coming every single day. I just think it's a smart move to get the deal done now. I think as much as you respect Sullivan for the hard ball he's played, and to be fair, I think I would have been worried that he would have gotten a high valuation for Rice, because £8 million is a lot of money, you know. It's one of the highest fees that's been paid for a player in the history of English football. Obviously, Jack Grealish, the 100 million that City paid, is the record, soon to be potentially broken by Declan Rice. So you've got a record fee for a British player, Premier League record fee, I believe, as well. So, there's not a lot more you could ask for that. So I'm glad Sullivan's played hardball on the price. He hasn't just folded when City have come in or when Arsenal come in for their offers. He has played hardball, but I think letting this deal fall through based on instalments would be naive from David Sullivan, because if Arsenal walk away from this deal, I mean, do I see Manchester City putting in £105 million offer? Potentially, but I thought if they really wanted Declan Rice, they would have done that already, I would have thought. So, if the Arsenal deal falls through, City will probably come to the deal and say, well, let's be fair here. You need to sell Declan Rice. The number of clubs willing to sign him have fallen to us. So maybe we aren't going to put in this massive, massive offer. So for me, as much as I admire David Sullivan for the fact that he is hardballed this offer, for the fact that he knows what he wants and he's willing to stick with it, which is a big criticism of David Sullivan. I do think it would be naive for this deal to fall through just based on instalments. You've got your £105 million. Declan Rice has got the move that he wants. And, let's be honest, he deserves a move to where he wants to go. He could have left West Ham a couple of years ago, and I don't think many people would have batted an eyelid. He's been through relegation with us. He's been through the really, really tough times. Other clubs have been interested in him, and he's had the stance of no, I'm at West Ham United. And even when he probably knows he's going to move to Arsenal this summer, his stance has always been, I'm a West Ham United player. That's how, that's where I am right now, and that's all that matters. So, I think he deserves his move. If he wants to go to Arsenal, I think you've got to have a little bit of leeway. You've got to compromise a little bit. Arsenal paid the price that you want him to pay. Declan Rice has got the move that he wants. Maybe you haven't got your instalment, but I just feel like we need to get this deal done now. And not to mention the fact that it seems like we're waiting to conduct our transfer business after this deal is completed. So, Tim Starton obviously has got to work. As I say, today's Monday afternoon, so supposedly he's working today. I don't think he's got much of a say in the deal. I think Sullivan, it's always been clear that Sullivan was going to spearhead the deal and be in charge of the deal. And he is the person who is basically setting all the demands. David Moyes has not had much of a say in the deal. And even with Tim Starton coming in, I don't think he's going to have much input in the deal. So 72 hours left, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That is when this deal needs to be concluded. If it's not concluded by Wednesday, I might be doing a video telling you that Declan Rice will be staying at West Ham for another year. But hopefully it gets concluded. Hopefully we're able to get some sort of agreement in place with Arsenal, and this deal can get done as quickly as possible. Because to be honest, as X probably is, I'm sick of the Arsenal fans stick on Twitter. I'm sick of will they, won't they? We just need to get this deal done so that we can move on with our transfer proceedings.